myself on here. Easier to reply to comments on the screen. Doesn't look like I'm live yet. Hello, hello, hello. Is there anybody out there? Are we live? Aren't we live? Can anybody hear me? There I am. There I am. All right, all right. How is it going, everybody? Hello, Jay Melton. How are you? Hello, Ems. I've just seen a request come through from the legend Sam Snips. I said Sam Smith then. That Sam has come in with a bit of Sia. Amazing. And the Mona Lisa twins. I'll get those lined up right now. How is everybody? Hello, Liz Powers. Hello, Jack. Oh, man. It is good to be here. I have had a crazy day. I've been in meetings since 11 a.m. this morning, like back to back, either meeting or teaching from 11 to now, and now I've gone live. I have been talking non-stop all day. It's crazy. Sam Smith's is a good beer. Old Brewery Pale Ale, Oatmeal Stout. That sounds fantastic. I need to try some of that. Oh, but yeah, man, the last time I was live, I was in Marrakesh, flew back from Marrakesh, and had a really weird time because woke up in like Africa, right? And then went to London, and then from London went to this little village in the countryside, and was in this like quiet little pub. And it was like at the end of the day in this little pub, kind of in the middle of nowhere, being like, "God, we were in Africa this morning. That's crazy." And then the day after that, went straight to London, and I had a Q&A for my film The Lonely Mushroom that I directed. So it was the first time I've ever been present for a screening of one of my films, which was crazy. I've always been in another country. They're usually like in America screenings of my films, or anywhere else in the world, wherever I'm not. And when they have been screening in the UK, I've been out of the UK. There were a ton of screenings when I was in Istanbul and when I was in Hong Kong teaching over there, so I've missed every single one of them. Claire says, "Hi, I am lurking here, just cooking." Good stuff. We'll chat more in a mo. Look forward to hear what you're cooking, Claire. Jay says, "How did that go? Hope well." It went really well, man. Thank you. It was a really cool event. It was all about biosonification. So plants were being recorded. You had all these experts there with biosonification. So crazy, trippy music being generated. Some certified bangers, very out there and spacey. And there was a really good turnout. And the venue was incredible because the film was on every wall around the room. It was like you were in the film. It was everywhere. And yeah, the Q&A right before it, I sat down on the floor and my trousers just split, just right down the crotch, right down the middle. Not just like a little, I'm talking a full, they're gone, you know. And these trousers, they were quite old. They were on their last legs, as it were, as it was anyway. And I was just like, brilliant. My confidence is now gone through the roof to stand in front of all these people, answer questions under a spotlight. Um, Luckily, I was wearing a long enough coat, and I kind of stood in a strange way, and it worked out. Apparently, nobody noticed. I like to try and own these things. Probably why I'm telling you right now. I don't need to tell you this. Don't need to tell anybody this, but it's the first thing I say about it. My trousers ripped. Because it was one of those kind of nightmare moments, like the classic thing: you're at school and and suddenly you're in your pants or something, and everybody's laughing at you. Um, but yeah, it was okay. And the funny thing about doing a Q&A is it's hard to gauge from the crowd how you're doing because everybody's got their listening faces on, which is sort of blank, really. And I can't see that well because of all the lights and everything. But it felt like I was bombing the whole time, and little moments where I was like, is anybody with a question? And there was silence. Felt like eternity. It felt like forever before anybody said anything. And then I watched the video of it back that night, and it was like 2 seconds would go by, somebody would ask a question. I seemed really relaxed. I seemed really calm, and it went really, really well. I was like, that is not how it was in my mind. In my mind, the whole time I was bombing until I got a few laughs. But then in hindsight, I'm like, why was I trying to treat it like a stand-up? I don't know. I think if I can make people laugh, it makes me feel more relaxed, I think. M says, "Hi Dan, question about NF. You happy to do it, or is he problematic under his own label, NF Real Music, which is part of Capital Christian Group?" Okay, right on. Seen plenty of reactions to his music. Should be absolutely fine. And also, M's, I'm now doing the streams on Twitch, so we don't have to worry in the same way about copyright issues, because the week before last, I was doing a stream and I got hit with a warning, and it scared the crap out of me, because it's like all my videos, if my channel got deleted, I'd be devastated. So I experimented with Twitch, and so far it's going really, really well. I'm going to put the Twitch link in the chat. If I can find it, there it is. Okay. Please bear with me. I'm trying to think what else is new. I've also designed some new merch, and I've had some samples come through, including this hat, which I'm very happy about. I will have to go and grab the mug as well, but the quality of them is really, really good. They're all like peace and love is stitched on. I think this is mirrored at the moment. But yeah. Why can't I comment on this? That's odd. It won't let me enter anything into the chat. That makes no sense. Oh, because I'm not signed in. Why am I not signed in? I signed in a moment ago. Okay. Lovely tuning in to watch me think. There we go. There is the Twitch link I've just posted in the chat. So yeah, now that I'm not in Morocco, the internet will be much, much better, because it was a little ropey over there, but we pulled through, didn't we? Jackfly says, my internet may be a bit spotty on 38th floor in a hotel using their Wi-Fi, and it's not always the best. Fingers crossed, fingers crossed. M says, oh no, Dan, I'm sure that's in response to my trousers ripping. Jackfly says, mushroom music is such an interesting concept. It really is. And the film went down well. It got an applause and everything, and that was a relief. Honestly, I hadn't considered how terrifying it would be to watch people watch my film. There was part of me that I was like, right, watch the people watching. And then I was like, no, watch the film. And then I was like, no, just walk outside and be away from this, because it's too strange. Jay says, happened to me at work a couple of times. Oh, it's the worst, especially if you've got a commute. I was lucky enough that I was just getting in a car and kind of driving away from that, with a rip in my trousers. I didn't have to get on the underground or any trains or anything. That would have been terrible. M says, my bra strap snapped yesterday, but at least it happened before I left the house. Thank goodness. Yeah. Hello, Renee. How are you? Jay says, totally get it. I was a corporate trainer for a portion of my career. Hated being in front of groups. I honestly, it doesn't come easily to me. Everybody says, oh, you're a natural. You're really good at talking. Even this, like live streaming, I'm always terrified. Just white knuckling it through life, always putting myself in situations where I'm doing public speaking. I'm really an introvert. I find all of this very, very hard. But we soldier on. Vidone just showing up here after Jeff Castellucci's YouTube premiere of this year's Christmas tune. I believe you put in a request for that, didn't you? I think I might have missed that off the list, but I'll put it on. So I just got, as I say, I've had a bit of a hectic day today, so I didn't have very long to get everything together, but if you did, I'll get that in there. M says, I remember, but I just wanted to be sure. Thanks, Dan. Wicked M's. Claire says, yes. Get used to silence in Q&A sections. Gives folks space to think, and it always feels way longer the more uncomfy you are with it. Humour is a wicked way to put an audience at ease and connect. Awesome. Thanks, Claire. Yeah, I'll have to put the footage up in one way or another so you guys can see if I did or not. One there was a kid at the front and he asked me some good questions, like what was the spikiest mushroom you saw. One person asked me if you were a mushroom, what would you sound like. Lots of avenues for me to kind of make fun with it, you know what I mean. Jay says I'm going to ask for an autograph if I ever meet you. I'm sure we will meet, Jay. I haven't been asked for an autograph yet, but wait till you see my autograph, you'll give it back. Blue Creek says, hello, hey, hello, Blue Creek. Yes, I did. Thanks, Dan. Let me bring that up right now then. Okay, we've got 4 minutes till we're going live on Twitch, ladies and gentlemen. No, that was YouTube. Geoff Castellucci, and we'll put him early on because first, in fact, because I think yours would have been the first request. Happy days. 26 minutes ago. I've got it. Let me get that in order. But I hope everybody is well. I hope everybody is good. I've got too many things open here. There. Okay. Yeah, and I hope you are all having a good week. It's Friday night, ladies and gentlemen. It's all happening. Blue Creek says, just saw your Eric Gromwell painkiller reaction. Yeah. Claire says, oh, those are brilliant questions. I have Q&A envy. I just get asked about housing and politics. But you clearly do amazing work with it, Claire. Jackfly says, have to work on your autograph versus your legal signature. Yeah, that's a good point. Sunshine, morning Dan, you're back in merry old England. Got your bearings back after that flight. I do indeed. It took 11 hours door to door, the journey, but it was good. Very good. Though it was all kicking off in the UK. It's funny because I was so sort of nervous about going to Morocco and like, you know, how safe is it going to be? What's it going to be like? The closer I got to my hometown, the rougher everything got. Somebody trespassing on the train tracks. They had to be arrested before we could keep moving. While the train was stopped, I could see there was some shady dealings with lads in balaclavas going on outside the windows. Then they were all changing clothes so the CCTV couldn't follow them. And then I got to the train station in my hometown and a fight was breaking out. I was like, what are we up to here, guys? What is going on? Can we all calm down a bit, please? Sunshine, I've got your request. Oh, cool. All right, let me bring that up and get that in the list. 2 minutes till we're live on Twitch. Cool beans, cool beans. Itzel, how did I end up here? I don't know, but I'm glad you did. Hi, how are you? Jackfly, just checking, mine came through the other day, the replacement track and 2 new ones. I've got them, they're in the list. Blue Creek says, for those interested, Eric just announced his first solo concert in Stockholm in May. Amazing. Wish I could go, but too far. Hopefully you'll come to US sometime. Yeah, wicked. Pyrola, I've got your request. Tell you what I'll do right now is I shall read them out. Okay. O Come Emmanuel, Jeff Castellucci, The Dead South, Pulp Festival, Home Free, Challenge the Sea featuring the Longest Johns, Pucifer, Man Overboard, and then another Pucifer from another request, Bedlamite, then A Perfect Circle. What are the chances of that? 1, 2, 3 in a row. I believe all 3 different requests. Then 9 Inch Nails, Unleash the Archers, Awakening, Finnegan Toohey, The Snow It Melts the Soonest, The Longest Johns, Jingle Bell Wreck, Romain Exisa, 75 beats per minute, heavy version. Ooh, Knox Hill, Independence Volume 1, UMG disc. I'm interested. NF, No Fear. Sia, I'm a Survivor. While My Guitar Gently Weeps, Mona Lisa Twins, the Beatles cover. Wicked. Greatest keyboardist and drummer you never heard of. Very, very interesting indeed. Itzel is okay. Hope same for everyone. Thank you very much. I'm good, thank you. Siren, hello. I love you too. Have you ever done Feosia? I don't know. I don't know about that. Okay, oh, it is past. I'm going to drop the link in one more time, and we are going to be going over to Twitch to begin I got distracted by a comment then, to begin the reaction radio. So do head over to that link right now. I am going to be going live in just a second. I do love this little system of having like a little chat to begin with, and then we get into the music. It's a winning formula, I think, guys. See you in Twitchland, everybody. See you very, very soon. Take care. Peace and love. Am I still recording?